Hey guys, welcome to the series of Beyond the Power. So now, in this session, we are going to get into dive more into details of the BMC. Now, if you are still not watching the previous videos which are into the context, I recommend do watch those videos to learn more about what's the hardware and what is the BMC, so that you will get a more clear idea on why we are putting the essentiality of the BMC. So what does this BMC actually does? So let's take on this one. So BMC is not just a simple board or simple just a management. You can call it out as it's like a sentinel. Okay, so it stays into silent. You never know it, what actually doing and how it's doing, but it is a pretty much one of the most important part when it comes to the server platform. So why? So let's get into it that what it provides, which makes it such essential sentinel. Okay, so one is that you get a hardware monitoring. Okay, guess what you can get when you say hardware monitoring? You can get a real-time telemetry data. Okay, like you can get the temperature, voltage, CPU fan speed, RPM ratio, what is the PSU health, everything. And you can also get like a predictive alerts. So of course, this is one of the important feature that you can get like, okay, you have some threshold set that, okay, if you have a disk has reducing more than 80% lifespan, then okay, you should get an alert. So you know that there is time to replace, you need to make a purchase and attach and introduce a maintenance downtime in some particular time. So that's why this is important. Another thing which is, comes is like a remote management capability itself. So what do you mean by remote management? So like we were discussing in the last session. So it gives us a very much robust clarity. Like, okay, you want to do the power cycle. Okay. And what I just mean by power cycle is you can actually mimic the AC power cycle. Like say you are hitting the power button on your mechanical button and your actual switches. The same way you can use this BMC to actually trigger the power cycle. Oh, pretty good. What else it provides? So it also provides the virtual KVM. What exactly we mean by virtual KVM is this K stands for keyboard, V stands for video, and M stands for mouse. So this keyboard, video, and mouse control. So when you see like your typical desktop or a laptop, it has one display, which you can call it as a video. It has a mouse that you are operating or touchpad that you are operating, that's a mouse, and you have a keystroke through your keyboard. So these are the actual physical components which are attached to your laptop device or a desktop device. But in case of a server, no such devices are attached. It is just a rack server, it's just a compute system. So this BMC gives us the virtually accessible for this all the physical entity to be available anywhere. So we have this remote management capability. So even if your server may be in India, you can access it from US or UK or any other geographical locations. So that what it gives the capability. And it's not like just it's about a management. You can have a virtual media also. So like we were noticed into like a, uh, what were the behind the rack server, there were some USB ports also. So with this virtual media, what exactly happened? But so this virtual media allows you to mount USB devices or ISOs like you have actually plugged in the USB devices and you can install the OS. So it's not like that you need to go to the server at the physically and attach the device. You can actually mimic that same features virtually. That's how you are able to flash the OS also easily. What else it does? So it also takes the action also. It's not just monitors and alert. It also does autonomous healing. So in this autonomous healing section, what exactly it does? So it can do the auto shutdown. Okay. So how does it does? So let's say you have some thresholds. So now threshold is nothing but, let's say, one is a thermal, which is one of the most important aspects. So let's say if your thermal aspect is shooting beyond the limit, then what exactly it should does? Either it should try to shut down some of the cores or some of the systems or complete shutdown. So that's how you can make sure that there is no such drastic issues happens, even for any kind of failures. Now, there are other failover controls also. There are very robust logging also is available. And through this logging, it's actually typically called as SEL, which is like system event logs, which tells us about like, okay, let's say what if the OS got crashed and you want to recover. So you have all the event logs and you can actually go again, use the remote management, use the virtual KVM, and you can actually recover. So this is what it is. And this same concept, it's like you can actually apply on like a thousands of server scale as well. And the main key benefit it goes to data center is this only. So when you talk about data centers, it gives you scalability to apply this operation on thousands of a system at a scale of thousands. You can actually, let's say, whatever you want to deploy, you just give your desire, like you want to deploy some firmware, some OS, and you can actually do it. Okay. Another thing is like, okay, you still have the remote management access, even if your actual OS got crashed, or let's say there is a hang, or any other things. You don't have to physically go, you can just revive it. So these are the some of the scenarios, which is why it's one of the most important key factor. And another thing is like how exactly it operates. So that's question that we'll cover into the upcoming session also, but it's good to know and address that how exactly this BMC operates. And for that, we'll stay tuned for the next session. If you like this video, please do like, share, and subscribe.